Test, test, test. Testy, test, test. I think the microphone is working. Goodness gracious, the last time I was here, the microphone was not working. And to put it lightly, it was unbelievably discouraging. Yes. Hello, friends and strangers on the internet. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome me back to my own channel. It feels so weird to be here. It really, really does. So, how was your summer? How was your summer? Mine was interesting. It actually really was. The beginning of it, I guess you could still call it interesting, yeah. Just very busy, very, very busy. Concerned for family members and their health and recovery and whatnot. Those of you on Patreon are probably aware. I'm a very private person, y'all. I don't really don't like to disclose things. It's really none of y'all's business. If I'm busy, I'm busy, and I'm sure there are people who care and are compassionately curious where I've gone and why. But with all peace and love and light, it's none of y'all's business. And I just am a private person, and the people in my family are also very private people, and they don't like me disclosing their business on the internet. So I'm just not gonna. Long story short, health, surgery, recovery, and I get to be the helper of that. That's the short version of that story. And it was very, very sleepy summer. I'm still very sleepy, actually. I normally this is the time I take a nap. Yeah, but instead, I'm gonna bust open this here delicious energy drink that Kroger tried to hide from me in the bakery section. I swear, why do they all, why is this? Why this drink specifically? I get that it's a popular drink. I do. I get that it's popular, but it's like, why do they order it in August when it's a Halloween flavor and then never ever stock the shelves again after that? Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why not order it in October and then not stock the shelves again? It makes no sense. Like, sorry, but why? Just gotta get this off my chest. Why release a Halloween flavor in August and then not refill the shelves? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Anyway, so good. This is probably the only one I'm gonna get to drink this year. Went to Kroger and they only had like 12 of them left, and I didn't want to be greedy, so I bought two, and I dropped one and it broke. So that thing. So anyway, so how's your summer? Mine was pretty okay, very busy. And then when it wasn't as busy, I had already decided to take a break from the YouTubes because gosh, when my kids are home, there's just no time for me to record. They both have completely different sleep schedules, okay? Like one of them is a morning person and one of them is an up all night kind of person. And as you can tell, there's only a morning and night. There's morning, night, and there's afternoon. That's it, that's all you get. And so if both of them are awake in the afternoon and one of them is awake at night and one of them is awake in the morning, when do I sleep? And the answer is I do it like an ant in an ant colony. I just kind of stop, close my eyes for like 30 minutes, and then someone says, "Mom," and then I wake up. If I'm really lucky, I get about 3 or 4 hours at night, which always feels really, really good until that wake up time. You ever wake up like anxious? I get that all the time. Like, I think that's kind of normal for people who are like really, really busy. Is like you wake up and you're immediately like, okay, what do I got to do? What do I got to do? You're just like up and ready and at attention. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just rambling. A lot of this is going to get cut out, by the way. By the way, why am I making this video? This isn't scripted. This is not. Look, I have gone 3-ish months. I don't know. I've lost track. I've completely lost all track of time. But I've gone 3-ish months not talking to a camera after going over a year talking to a camera. I don't know. Like, I have a lot of pent up yapping that just needs to come out. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's just getting all this off my chest. So much yapping, so much yapping, so much yapping. Oh gosh, it just, I'm worried that if I go straight back to doing reactions, that like the yapping will just come out in the middle of the reaction and ruin the reaction. That's why I'm trying to like do all this now. So, so yeah, about my summer, those of you who follow me on Instagram may have noticed that I've been dabbling in some like AI music type stuff. That was actually really fun. I don't plan on like actually making any money off of my AI music, and I hate calling it my AI music because most of the time I maybe put in like a verse or and a chorus and then I let the AI thing do the rest of the song. So it's like not even my song even like so I can't even so I don't plan on making any money off of this. I'm mostly using the AI music to explore ideas. I'm really into like mythology and history and classical literature, but sometimes it's like over my little head, because I'm not real bright. I like to do things that smart people do, but I don't always get it. So I found that like AI can be really helpful with that. For example, if I have a particular character in a play that I've read that I'm like enamored by and I'm just really fascinated by that character, I'll just tell the AI to just be like, the AI music writer, I'll just be like, hey, write a song about such and such character from such and such play from this perspective. And then it'll write a song for me. And then I've got this, sometimes it's kind of wonky because, it's AI, but sometimes it's really, really good. And I'll get this like musical, like explanation of this character, a completely different point of view of this character from a story that I'm reading, and it gives me like a whole new insight into the story and the character and like why the writer wrote the story. Um, but so yeah, those of you on Instagram who follow me on Instagram have probably noticed I've been like posting like my weird little AI songs, and I've been using some AI art to explore some of it. I'm not sharing everything that I do with AI because some of it's like not good. Okay, it's just not good. Like I'm only sharing the stuff that I find is like funny or interesting or that I think is particularly pretty. Because again, I'm not planning on like do anything real with these songs. It's just like this is a fun way to pass the time. It's a fun way to explore a story from a different perspective. It's also kind of fun to explore mythology that way, but you have to be really careful because, like, for example, I'm really into like super ancient mythology, like Proto-Indo-European, like old, archaic, rustic Greek gods. So, like, for example, if I want to have the AI write a song about the goddess Artemis, for example, it's probably going to say something about being a moon goddess and that's about it. And like that's the Roman version of Artemis. Not to be a nerd or whatever, but like, it's like you got to tell the AI like I want this specific iteration of this specific god or goddess or archetype or whatever. And so you got to be real careful with that because the AI is only as smart as how it's been programmed. You got to like teach it things. Speaking of teaching things, I actually taught the AI a little bit about alchemy recently. I can't help but laugh at this. I wrote a really funny song on my Instagram recently. I thought it was funny. I have to be careful saying I wrote it because I didn't. One I wrote like one line in the chorus and then like two lines in one of the verses. And then the rest of it was literally AI magic. Like I did not write that song. I didn't. I just told the AI what specific type of alchemy perspective I wanted to take on a particular symbol. And then I said, now turn it into this. And then it wrote this wonderfully hilarious song. And if you want to check it out, it's called Cosmic Butthole. Yes, that's the name of the song. And I posted it on my Instagram if you want to check it out. It's hilarious. I have to reiterate, I did not write the song. The AI wrote the song. The machine wrote the song with my prompting and my ideas. And after I had given it a quick lesson on the concept of certain things in alchemy, I have to be careful which things I say because I actually learned after writing the song that the particular symbol I used has been appropriated by a specific group of people who, if I say who they are, this video will immediately get flagged on the YouTube, so I have to be careful. But there is a certain neo group, if you will, who has appropriated this symbol for hateful reasons. So now I feel extra happy about the fact that I made fun of it in a song. Yes, that made me feel even better that I made fun of it because of that, because I thought that was kind of funny. Man, I wonder how much of this random rambling and yapping I'm gonna cut out. I have, oh gosh, I have imagined this video so many times over the summer. Like when I come back, I'm gonna have to have a yap session. I'm just gonna have to get all of this off my chest. I'm just gonna have to say things, just blurt it out. And I didn't even know where to start. I really didn't. And I feel like I haven't even made a proper intro. And we're already, what is it? Almost 9 minutes into this video. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Guys, like I have a pit in my stomach. My stomach hurts right now. My stomach literally hurts. I look at YouTube and my stomach hurts immediately. Like I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so behind. Y'all ever seen the show Hoarders? And you know how like a lot of the people who are struggling with that condition of their house and condition of their mind that leads their house to end up in that situation, they're just like, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start. Like that's how I feel. And I don't know if I feel that way because that's how things are, or if I just feel that way because I feel that way. Like I could be turning a molehill into a mountain. I don't think it's a molehill though. I think I might be turning a hill into a mountain, you know, uh, like an actual hill. And I might be looking at it as like Mount Everest when it's just, name famous hill here, like a hill like I don't know, like I'm so freaking overwhelmed. I am so unorganized. I have had tech issue after tech issue after tech issue. I have had to rewrite my list by hand, some of them. I have so many lists from so many places and so many requests. Like it's all unorganized. It's all out of order. It is all one big hot mess. My mind and my YouTube situation is like a house from the show Hoarders. Okay? That's where we're at right now. And it's like I don't know where to start. I don't know what order to do things in. I just know that it needs to get done. And and it feels weird because you know what? Before I was a before I was a YouTuber, I was a house cleaner. That was what I did. I cleaned houses. That was how I made my money. Is like I would go to someone's house, regardless of its level of cleanliness and sanitariness, and I would clean it for cash. That was what I did. And so it's weird using this metaphor of the idea of hoarders because like when I go clean a house, there's like a theory, there's like a theory to it. You do things in a certain order in order to maximize your efficiency and save your time, right? Like little things. Like you do the dusting before you do the vacuuming so that when you vacuum, so that when if you vacuum first and then you dust, the dust gets on the floor and it's like, why did you vacuum? Same thing with like cleaning the counters in the kitchen versus sweeping. Why sweep the floor if you haven't cleaned off the counters? Because all that stuff on the counters is just gonna fall on the floor, and then you gotta sweep again. Like there's a theory here. There's a common sense, like logical way to do things in a specific order that maximizes your efficiency and saves you time. And I want to be able to apply that type of method to cleaning up my YouTube life and my lists and my lack of organization and my little hoarder house that is my YouTube channel right now. I want to apply like these method, this very strategic method of solving this problem, and I can't. I can't because it's a hoarder house. This is not a normal house. My metaphorical house of YouTube lists of things I need to do to catch up is not normal. This is not a normal cluttered house that just people live in. This is a hoarder house. I have lists on lists on lists and they are all out of order and I don't even know who which request belongs to in anymore and I got to go through Coffee and Patreon and comment sections and I got to I got basically got to like I got a pile. I just got like a pile of stuff that I got to go through. It's a hot mess, y'all. So, that's the situation I'm in. Um, that being said, I do plan to tackle this, metaphorical pile, this metaphorical hoarder house of lists of requests that I need to catch up on. I do plan to tackle it, but I have to let you know that until I find a way to organize it, there will be no organization. There will be no order. Some of these songs are, some of these videos that I'm reacting to, somebody might have requested them like 2 months ago and then like an hour later I'll upload something somebody requested like 4 months ago. Okay, like it's gonna be all out of order. It's gonna be all out of order. Until I figure out how to order it, it's gonna be a hot mess around here. Um, so far nobody's asked. I have been trying to be very diligent about checking Patreon, and if I have missed somebody, please let me know. But so far nobody's been asking for like refunds. Most of you have been very very patient. Those of you who have not been patient have been kind enough not to tell me on Patreon at least. I have not gone through my YouTube comment section. I'm a little scared to do that. I can feel that pit in my stomach again. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, you ever have something that you just like are so overwhelmed by that, like when you look at it, your stomach hurts? Like, that's how I feel about YouTube right now. And it's like a mixture because it's like scared and excited. It's like I'm excited to get back, but I'm also like scared because I'm so behind and I have so much to do. And it's just like, ugh, ugh. That's how I feel. Like, just, ugh. How do you, I know, look, I know I'm having a hard time articulating how I'm feeling, but I know that these are not unique feelings. So I know that someone who is listening right now knows how I feel. And it's like, yeah, I've felt like that before. I know what that feels like. And thank you because it makes me feel better. It makes me feel less alone. And I appreciate you for that. Man, these are so good. Can't believe I dropped the other one. Man, they were two for $4 too, which means I paid $4 for this. And I have this rule now where it's like if it costs more than $2 and it's an energy drink, I can't have it because aluminum is getting expensive, y'all. Oh boy, so what else should I talk about? Man, I don't know. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I honestly just kind of expected to just sit here and yap, 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 yap. But I don't even know what to talk about. Like, how was y'all summer? Keep bringing that up because it's like 2.5 months and I've had all this pent up yapping and I don't even know what to yap about. I guess I could tell you more about like what I did over the summer and then y'all can tell me what y'all did over the summer, man. There's a part of me that wishes I could live stream this, but my life is so unpredictable that like I can't live stream. I just can't. Like I could try and then I'd be like gone for half an hour at a time, being like, man, I wish I turned the live stream off. Now I'm stuck here helping somebody with something. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Like I'm just I'm like the person in the house everybody asks to do stuff because I've got the muscles, like I'm the strong one. So it's like when something needs done, Jesse's the one to do it. Also, the house has little people in it, like my children, so like they can't do certain things. So it's like I'm the person who does the things basically. And so when something needs done, I'm the person who goes to do it. And so yeah, so my life is just because of that. It's too unpredictable for me to live stream. Maybe someday. That would be fun. I don't know. I yap a lot. Like and I yap a lot about nothing. Like I'm doing it. I'm literally doing it right now. I literally yap about nothing. And I can do that. It's a talent. I could literally just I could filibuster. If somebody needs like a somebody if you need a filibuster for hire, I'm your girl. I could literally talk about talking. I could talk about talking for hours and I've done it. In fact, my very first experience with live streaming, that's what I did. Tumblr did this really fun thing for like 7 or 8 months there where they tried to do live streaming. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. It was terribly failed experiment. I'm so glad they canceled that. But during that phase, I tried live streaming and it was really fun. And I would literally just talk to a camera in an empty chat room. Literally, there would be nobody there. There'd be nobody there. I just sit there and talk to myself just for practice, just practicing. And that's what I did before I started this channel. That was how I practiced having enough like confidence to get in front of a camera. Is I would live stream on Tumblr. That was wild. That was wild. Oh my God. That was a wild time, y'all. That was an absolutely wild time. So what else did I do over the summer? I gotta share y'all some fun things I did over the summer. I did a lot of studying mythology. That's one of my hobbies. It's like my only hobby anymore because I don't have time for anything. I say I read things, but I don't have time to read. Like I literally don't. So what I do is I'll like if I can find an audiobook in good quality, I'll listen to it. And then I'll have like the text in front of me if I can. Or other times what I'll do is I'll like download a digital copy, um, whether or not I have exchanged money for it, and then I will have an AI read it for me, which is very helpful actually. Like just having the AI like read the text for me at like the pace that I can handle while I'm washing dishes or folding laundry or walking my dog. That's also very helpful. Um, so I read some plays over the summer. It's been really nice, and they're most all the plays that I read over the summer were plays I'd already read, but I had a completely new insight while reading them, which I thought was really fun. Um, I don't know. I don't even know what to talk about. I really don't. I mostly just spent the summer studying. Um, I study for fun. Like this is just something I do for fun. I don't even know if it's fun. It's more like a calling, if you will. I mean, I do enjoy it, but it's not like woohoo fun, you know what I mean? It's not like, a hobby where I don't know, but like I study things and I like to study mythology and history and psychology and comparative mythology and things like that. And so that's basically what I did for my free time this summer. I watched a lot of documentaries. I listened to a lot of audiobooks, a lot of plays. I recently started getting into Celtic mythology. This is a mythology I haven't learned about yet. I've much of my nerdiness is like Greek, Roman, and a little bit of Vedic mythology, and of course Christian mythology was where I started. Um, I'm very, very, yeah, Christian mythology is a whole can of worms I do not want to get into on this channel. Um, but yeah, that's like one of my hobbies is I study mythology just for the funsies of it. I study it for the psychology of it actually. Like not that it's any of y'all's business, but I guess you would call me I don't like the word atheist. I really don't. I think I prefer the word agnostic because I do think that there is something beautiful behind all of this mythology, something that cannot be explained. And I try my best to explain it through psychology and other like secular means, but there is a reason why religion exists. And there's a reason why people feel that feeling that they feel. I've just never felt it. Therefore, I consider myself agnostic. Again, not that it's any of y'all's business, but I don't worship anything. But I do revere things. I revere concepts and archetypes. And it all started with my love of psychology. And so yeah, so that's where that hobby came from anyway. But yeah, I really love to study comparative mythology, and so I mostly have like dabbled in like Western mythology. And in a way, when you think about it, when I think about it, the way I have learned about mythology, it's almost like working on a map. Like I have started with like Christian mythology, and then I went a little north north from there to like Greek mythology, and then I've started learning about Roman mythology, and then I started going more east to like Vedic mythology, and I have never learned about North. So I've been over the summer I learned a little bit about Celtic mythology, a little bit about Norse mythology, a little bit about like the Brit. What would I call it? Would you call it? British? I don't know what you call it, but like old, like because like in Britain, I learned that it was a lot of that was like Roman mythology. So like Romans came to Britain. I had no idea. I'm it's so annoying. Like I love to call myself a history nerd because I love learning about history, but there's so much history I don't know because there's so many places in the world and so many things that have happened in the world. So it's like I might be nerdy about a very specific chunk of the globe, but then like there's a whole other chunk of the globe that I know nothing about, and it's just like it annoys me because it's just like I know so much about history, and then I'll find out I know nothing about history, and it's just this fun experience where I get to like check myself and be like, you don't know as much as you think you do. Go learn more, and it feels good and it feels bad at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. It's like I don't know, it's feeling of growth, feeling of progress. I don't know, but I like that feeling, and so I'm learning about and so that got me back into the idea of comparative mythology. Like I used to just learn mythologies just for the psychology of it, just like people are interesting and the stories we tell are interesting and the way we interact with those stories and the way we apply them to our lives and internalize them, it's so beautiful and wonderful. And so I thought it would, I just started, I don't know, I had pigeonholed myself into like just like Western stuff, like just like Western, very, very American, if you will, very, very Greek and Roman, and and a little bit of Vedic mythology, just because there are a lot of parallels in Vedic mythology and Greek mythology and Roman mythology. It's never one to one, but it's just fascinating the parallels there. And so when I started learning about Celtic mythology, that's where I started. I'm trying to like branch out into the others, like where Britain and Germany and some of them, but I wanted to start with specifically Celtic. I don't know why. It's like I threw a dart at a board in my mind and said, that's the one I'm going to learn about this summer. And I just, as I was learning about it, I was like, wait, this sounds kind of familiar. Like there's some mythologies that really do have some parallels in different parts of the world, and they probably very likely stem from some sort of like Proto-Indo-European beginning. Don't quote me. I'm not a scholar. I've never gone to school for this. This is literally just a hobby for me. But it had me very fascinated. So that's basically how I spent my summer, was just like learning about mythology and folklore from northern part of the Western world, and it just kind of tickled this part of my brain that was like, I feel like I've heard this story before, but with different characters and slightly different details. And so I started exploring different versions of Celtic mythology, and I found a couple of channels here on YouTube actually that delve into like comparative mythology and like map it out for like dummies like me who have not gone to school for this, who are just kind of curious. But these channels are like run by people who have gone to school for this and have studied this for like a decade or more, and they make these lovely little charts that like dummies like me can look at and be like, wow, that's what I was trying to picture in my head, but someone actually did it for me, and it feels so good, and it's just so great. Oh gosh, and I've learned so much. Like I've just learned so much, and it's just I feel like I don't know what it is. Like I just feel like I have a new way of looking at the world. There's something so cool about learning other people's cultures. Yeah. I think that's why I like running this channel, is because I get to be exposed to so many different types of music and so many different types of cultures, and it gets to open up my little brain into like wider open spaces where I get to like explore things I've never thought of or seen or experienced before, and it's just really cool to do that. And yeah, man, that was fun rambling. I don't, Y'all, I'm so tired. I actually just forgot. I know I was rambling about mythology and like my personal interest in it, but like my mind just went boop blank. I'm tired, y'all. This is normally my nap time. Have I mentioned that? This is normally the time I nap. But instead, I've got this really tasty energy drink, and I'm gonna yap at y'all. I'm pretty much just gonna yap at y'all until I get so sleepy that I have to take my nap, or until I run out of time for a nap, and just have to go drink more caffeine till my I don't know. I don't know. I literally don't know. This is like the closest I get to a free day. And I thought about recording reactions today, but like I need a shower. Like I don't know if you can tell, but my hair is like oily. It's gross. Like it's like literally so gross. I tried putting some dry shampoo in it to make it look nicer, and like whatever. I don't care. Y'all, I'm so tired. I don't care. Like I don't know. I don't look hideous. That's good enough for me today. Like I'm having, it's one of those days. It's been one of those days for 2.5 months. It's been one of those days for several months now. Several months. Those of you who pay too much attention to strangers on the internet behind a microphone have probably noticed and have said so. And I appreciate how much you care, by the way. But, I'd like to be a little more discreet about the fact that I'm struggling. Please and thank you. You know what I mean? Anyway. I'm running out of things to talk about. Just kind of sad. I was really hoping I could like sit and yap here for a really long time. But since this is not a live stream and I don't have an excuse to sit and yap at a camera endlessly in case somebody pops up, there's just really no reason for me to just sit here wasting time. I've missed y'all. I will say that. I've missed making videos so much. Even the anxiety of like being afraid to come back has, like, and it, gosh, like I'm genuinely scared. Like I don't even know. Like I was scared making this video. I was like, my tummy hurts, but I gotta get this done. I really want to get back to doing YouTube. I'm gonna come back next week. Those of you who made it this far in the video and haven't like clicked off because I'm annoying. Also thank you. But yes, I plan on coming back next week. I have to be careful announcing things because I don't know, has it been 1 year, 2 years? I lose track how long I've had this channel. I really have. In the amount of time I've had this channel, I have had a continuous pattern of every time I announce something that I'm planning to do or wanting to do, like life will find a way to not let me do that. So I'm trying not to be too confident and I will be back next Monday exactly making videos and I will have this many videos uploaded. Like I wish my life was that predictable, but it's just not. So I'm going to very cautiously say that I'm coming back next week, hopefully on Monday, to record reactions. um, I have no idea when I'm going to take requests again. So those of you on my Patreon, I'll probably make a text post in case you missed this video, saying so that I literally do not know when I will start taking requests again, whether on Coffee or Patreon or anywhere else. I really don't know. Like it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Okay, things are a mess, and it's like it's not a mess that can't be cleaned up, but it's a mess. And until it is cleaned up enough for me to organize the mess, I'm just gonna be, yeah, I'm just gonna pick a song, react to it, upload it. Pick a song, react to it, upload it until I have some sort of I don't know. It's just so chaotic. Again, like with the hoarder's house. Like, you ever seen the show Hoarders? Like, you walk in and it's like, where do you even start? Well, you start right here. Where's here? It doesn't matter. Right here. This object right here, we're gonna start with this object. Like that's how it feels right now. Like that's how bad it is right now. That's how bad it is right now. Like I'm not even trying. I don't even know if it's that bad or if I just feel like it's that bad because I'm so overwhelmed. But that's where we're at. Okay, like that's it. It is what it is. And yeah, I plan on coming back next week, and I'm so excited to be back. I am literally feeling the painful pit in my tummy is like slowly like relaxing as I tell you about it. This feels nice actually. It feels nice being able to say like I'm finally coming back. I can finally address this mess and I can finally stop having tummy aches over it. My goodness. Just the level. I have a very deep capacity for anxiety, y'all. I really do. It's just a talent I was born with, I guess. Whatever. It's probably going to bring me it's probably useful for something. I haven't figured out what in the 36 years I've been alive. I have not figured out what this deep capacity for anxiety is for, but I'm sure it has a purpose and when I figure it out, I'll be like, "Yep, that's why. That's why I've been holding on to this my whole life." But until I figure it out, it's just kind of there. And it's just so nice to feel it relaxing. Like literally I can like feel it relaxing in my tummy right now as like I unload on y'all. So thanks for that. Yeah, thanks for that. I feel a lot better now. Thank you for giving me this chance to just yap at y'all endlessly and without organization because that's I really needed that. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna cut out. I might not cut any of it out, just I don't know, like I missed y'all. I like to think that maybe some of y'all missed me too, and that my weird ums and ahs and staring off and forgetting what I'm saying is somehow endearing. And I like to think that there's at least one or two of you who feel that way. And maybe I'll leave those parts of this video in here for y'all. I don't know. I literally don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired. I also notice that my brain does funny things when I'm tired and I say funny things when I'm tired. Like, oh my God, I was looking over some of my like reactions that I was doing the last like just quality control because like my quality control was like really slipping there those last couple months before I took my break. Like, and it's just like I could just tell I was tired, y'all. My brain was going to some weird places. I was saying some weird comments that I didn't need to be saying. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, being tired will do some weird stuff to you. And I would like to be able to, have a higher quality performance for y'all. I really would. Like, I know that I'm a, reactor, but like my reactions are better when I get enough sleep. My reactions are better when my mind is clear, and I'm not like dealing with a whole bunch of life stuff. I don't know. Like, I want to do better. And I think I'm going to be able to do that. My kids are back in school now. And while my family has always been supportive of my YouTube channel, they have finally decided to take this seriously, which is nice because, like, it's kind of hard to record when you've got people like bugging you every 30 minutes to complain about a phone call they had or ask for help with some menial task that probably could have waited an hour or two. Like it's really it's nice to have time to be able to focus on this and support to be able to focus on this. It's nice. It's nice to not feel like I have to like sneak off to my bedroom to make a YouTube video. Like, like what a weird feeling that was. Now I can just be like, I'm gonna go work on YouTube now. Be back in a few hours and like actually have that respected. That's nice. That's a nice change that I'm really looking forward to. That'll be fun. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just really looking forward to being back. Oh God, my tummy feels better. Ah, yes. Hmm. Yeah, that feels better. It's like the tummy. I've had that tummy pain for like 2 months now, maybe more. I lose track. Ah, it's gone. It's gone. It's like actually gone now. How long did that take? 30 minutes. Almost exactly 30 minutes. Nice. Nice. I feel much better now. See, that's what I was hoping for. That's what I was hoping for. I was just hoping that like by the end of this video, my tummy ache would be completely gone. And maybe, and as I was trailing off a few minutes ago, I was starting to be like, oh, maybe that was wishful thinking and it's not going to happen. But then it just happened. I feel better now. Yes. Thanks for that. Thanks for indulging me. Thanks for listening to me yap for 31 minutes and some odd seconds now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Now my tummy doesn't hurt. Wow, I'm gonna go take a nap. Take a nap. I need one. Y'all, when I was 25, I could live off of 4 hours of sleep a night. I can't do that anymore. I can't. I just can't. I really cannot. Like, oh my gosh, sleep is important. Holy moly guacamole, sleep is important. I'm gonna go get me a couple hours of it right now and save this delicious drink for later because waste not, want not. That was fun. Thanks for indulging me. Thanks for putting up with my yapping. Thanks for being here. And especially thank you to those of y'all who are still subscribed, still supportive, still sending encouraging things. I appreciate you all so much. I really do. I really do. I do. I don't think this channel would exist without y'all. I don't think it would. It really wouldn't. Like, I don't know what I'd be doing. I really don't. Maybe I would still be playing video games with a really terrible microphone and you know maybe I would still be doing that. Maybe I would have found a real job by now. Probably not. I'm still looking. I still haven't found a real job, so probably not, honestly. I don't know. I don't know what I'd be doing, uh but because a handful of y'all have been unbelievably encouraging, I have got this crazy little idea in my mind that I could actually do this as like a part-time job for real, and I want to thank y'all for that. Thank you. Um I want to cry. I want to cry, but I'm not gonna. I'm just really happy to be back, and I'm so glad my tummy ache is gone, and it feels like things are gonna be mostly normal for a while. Again, it is gonna be a hot mess. I have no idea when I'm gonna be able to take requests again. I have no idea when I'm gonna get caught up. I have no idea what order I am going to tackle my pile of requests, and I don't. This is gonna be an adventure. Um, But I'm just excited to get it done. Yes, I am. Oh man, my tummy feels, I feel so much better, y'all. Like I want to cry from relief. Like I feel so much better. Yes, okay, enough. I'm done. I'm done. I guess I will see y'all in a few days. Bye for now.